Hi, everyone. Heather and Nicole here. This is our second podcast, and I'd like to welcome Jeff Davis
Thank
from
you.
Davis Hill Nursery. Jeff, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your experience with landscaping?
For sure. So my name is Jeff Davis. I'm Davis Hill Nursery on the highway between Hanover and Walkerton. Our customers know we are notorious for having an army of cats everywhere all the time. There's tons of stuff going on. We do annuals and perennials and greenhouse, but we also do some landscaping on the side just for a little fun. It's not our main business, but it's definitely a part of our business. And we do all kinds of stuff for people, mulching, tidying up, fixing things, planting trees, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I don't know how many houses we would work on in a year, but enough. It makes me tired. I'm looking forward to vacation season by the time December rolls around.
Like that. You guys are always busy.
Well, it's the thing. Everybody has a house. Everybody needs stuff. Everybody needs flowers. Everyone loves beautiful things. Yeah. Well, yeah. And it's not like, oh, when can you get it? It's like, do you have it waiting for me?
Right.
So yeah, people are impatient, but that's fine. I don't blame them. I don't want to waste time either. So yeah, it's all good. So, but and thank you for putting me on the podcast, the second podcast. That's prestigious. Very good.
Soul.
That's good. I've been known to be a little spicy periodically too, so that's just how it is. So
Awesome. Well, today I thought we would talk about first impressions, how important it is for curb appeal.
right.
So I'm going to ask some questions, and this one is for both Nicole and Jeff, and we'll start with Nick. Why do you think curb appeal is so important when it comes to first impressions? Oh, well, they say you can't judge a book by its cover unless you're trying to sell your house,
Absolutely.
right? I've had so many clients where I'll send them an address and say, take a drive by, see what you think. And then they'll get back to me and go, oh, it looks awful from the outside. Whereas inside might be really nice. And we try and, educate our sellers what you need to do on the outside to bring people in, because curb appeal is so important.
Right.
But if you want them to come, you have to have it appealing and inviting.
Oh, absolutely. I have customers who will come to me and say, okay, we're listing our house and I need to do something, anything, help. And the one thing I always remind them that, like, first impressions, they're lasting impressions, but they don't have to be major investments. Like the entry level, if you waltz into Davis Hill and be like, look, I need something that looks amazing for 3 weeks while we've got our house listed, or in your case, maybe only 48 hours, who knows? And it's like, bring in a couple $100. You'll get a couple really nice pots. You'll get some colorful flowers to put in them that will add to your curb appeal. I remember reading a statistic, and I don't know how accurate it is, but something along the lines of 50% of potential home buyers won't even go into a house if it's in their price range, if they don't like it from the road. So people drive by at 50K, pass judgment, and then keep driving. Nobody wants that to happen to them. So if you can get away with it for a couple $100, why not?
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because we bought our first house, which we're still in, and that would be 38 some years ago. Our realtor back then said, if you don't like the outside, you'll never like it. And
Well, if you ever want to get into some interesting theories of why people spend money, there's a book called Shopping from an author named Pamela Danziger, and she's American. It's probably came out 25 years ago, but she has the quantum theory of shopping, which is the propensity to buy plus the need times emotion squared. So if you like to shop, you have a higher propensity. If you need the items, you will buy them. But the emotion squared is the most important, biggest part of that. How does it make you feel? Like, I don't like buying gas to put in the truck, but it's like you have to have it. So the quantum theory of shopping isn't good there. But when it's people are spending on a want and it's a house, well, then you have to get that emotion in there. You want people to want that house, that
so
kind of
true.
stuff. So
The emotion is there, putting gas in your truck and you wanting to go somewhere
true.
fun.
But most of the time it's like, oh, I'm just going to work. So yeah,
it's fine.
but it's fine. Yeah, I'm not going to buy a horse. I don't need to get rid of my gas bill that badly, but still, yeah. So anyways, but no, first impressions are lasting, and it doesn't have to be expensive to get that good first impression. It can be quite easy. So.
Okay, so Nicole, have you ever seen a home where landscaping made or broke the sale?
Well, yes, actually. So we know
when the outside curb appeal is not inviting, that doesn't help. But it can go the other way too, because I have had people who have taken great pride and telling me they've put $20,000 worth of landscaping into their yard, and I go, oh God, why? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a roof. And
It
then
is.
some.
Mm-hmm.
And I have had people intimidated, going, oh my God, I don't have a green thumb. Like this is going to all go to waste
Yeah.
because I don't know, I don't want to maintain all of this.
I see
Yeah,
that.
I have had that. Yeah.
I get people who come in with iPads and they're like, so we bought this house because we've always wanted to live in the country, or because we're having another baby, or whatever myriad of reasons why they buy this house. And then usually the homeowner whips out these pictures with this look of like, dear Jesus in heaven, what am I supposed to do with all of this stuff? And that's exactly the same thing, because they wanted the house, they wanted the location, they wanted some stuff, but then this spectacular, like, say it was like a lovely little old lady who had all the time in the world, like she would play bridge in the morning and spend all afternoon gardening kind of stuff, and like it's too much for them. So I do see that every once in a while. So I don't know if it ever would completely break a sale, at least from my perspective, but there was people sweating blood under their fingernails thinking I've got to maintain this, and
Right.
it's like, well, no, you don't. You do whatever you want. It's your house now. So
That's people are busy.
Oh,
now.
way too
People are
busy.
Way too busy. That's why they call you.
Well, true. I have a couple customers. One, her name's Linda. She's super nice. And she's too busy volunteering and doing all kinds of fun things that she doesn't want to worry about how her garden looks. So I roll in once every 3 weeks and I tidy the place up. And her husband gives me a look like this, like, you're costing me money again. But the house is presentable all the time, and she gets to spend her time doing what she wants to do. So that really, really, it helps. Yeah. Too busy is bad. But in her case, she's busy being a saint, running around doing nice things for everybody. So,
I need on that list of yours.
if you want, sure. It doesn't get any shorter, but that's okay.
Okay, so Jeff, what are the biggest mistakes homeowners make with their landscaping?
There's a few of them. One thing, like we touched on already, is if it's overly complicated, people don't want that because they're time starved. And this is possibly a controversial topic, but usually the lady of the house, she's more time starved because she wants to be at a hockey game, and she wants to make sure she's doing this, and she's got to work, and she's got to do that, everything. So if she's there and there's too much work, she'll just be like, nope, I don't want this. So it's like, if you're going to make it elaborate just to sell it, I wouldn't bother. Keep it simple. Yeah. And then oftentimes people make the mistake that their taste is the best and only correct taste for that house. Like, okay, so you have a 2-story Georgian and you think everything should be clipped boxwood hedges and stuff. Well, do you know how much time it takes to clip a hedge and make it beautiful all summer long? That's a lot. So people will be like, well, our house style is this, and we've done that, and maybe not the best idea. So just be a little more simple and a little more relaxed, and I think that would reduce the number of mistakes that people make out there. So there's some things you'll never win, though. Like someone will be like, oh, I hate the color of the mulch. That's easy. That's like painting a bathroom, right? You can fix it in an afternoon, no problem. So definitely.
I just actually was showing homes to somebody, and the parents had said, oh, look, there's no flower beds or anything. And the buyer said, thank God. And there will never be, because I don't have time.
Yeah.
I work full time. I have kids. I have sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the future, things might change because you never know. Well, Heather, full disclosure, sold me a farm 15 years ago. Can you believe it's been 15 years?
Wow.
I was so young and skinny back then. But mine was the exact same thing where it was like, it's a disaster. This is what I want, because then I can make it mine. So that's the opposite, but the same thing where people are like, oh no, what you think they want may not be what they want at all.
And yours is beautiful.
Oh, it's a little too much. The stupid turkeys were out this morning in the middle of the driveway, like the free range ones. And I'm like, boys, I need to go to work. You do need to not spend this time trying to impress your girlfriends by strutting in the middle of the driveway. I have places to go. And because they're so obstinate, they just look at me like, buddy, what's your deal? Like, why are you bothering me? And so eventually they get out of the way. But it's just like, boys are dumb and turkeys are dumber.